warm welcome to you all. Hey, thank you for joining me. This is your October 2020 reading. We are trundling through the year now, finally, at quite a pace. I think earlier in the year, a lot of us thought, oh my goodness, Groundhog Day, are we ever going to move on? There's been some really cool memes depicting that same feeling that I think a lot of us felt globally, just stuck in Groundhog Day. But anyhow, as we move into October, we aren't through the woods yet. We still have a lot of quite strong planetary alignment murk going on. And one of the powerful ones at the moment is Mars in retrograde until November the 14th. But Mars is also holding kingpin in the sky, if you like, and creating a little bit of fireworks until probably February of next year. And that was a good choice of word, fireworks, because Mars is very explosive and it can even create explosive issues around the globe and within relationships and our personalities and even within ourselves. So I think it's prudent to be aware of what's coming, and then we can sometimes judge situations with a little bit more understanding and intelligence, and we can stand back and go, perhaps I should rethink this before I run full into it. So anyhow, Gemini, I did a little bit of intuitive work for you before I started the video. Actually, I did this last week. And the messages you got were trust in divine detours. So perhaps for some of you, there might be something that you have been doing or wanting to get done or have been planning, and it's not necessarily turning up right now. Don't worry about those detours. As it said, have faith and trust in them. There's a reason for why detours happen, and usually it's for the best, and oftentimes the detours are modifying the project that you're doing, so they make it better in the long run. Sometimes they're not quite what we want at the time, but when you look back, eventually you go, yeah, that was how it was meant to be. I also got the words cunning and bring your ideas to life. So some of you may have to deploy a bit of cunningness in the month of October. Now this could be at your own cause, or it might be that other people are using cunning methods or attitudes, or situations might pop up around you that are deploying those energies. And bring your ideas to life. So don't be afraid, even if there is a detour going on, keep bringing the ideas to life, because there could be some really powerful ones that are about to open up and become feasible as you move through October and go towards 2021. So let's see what is in store for you here. This is for Gemini. Now these cards are a full tarot deck, but they utilize the chakra energy as well. And there's your first card out, the Knight of Swords, and that is your energy air sign. So he is like fired up, and he will create a lot of power and energy around something he's passionate about, which could be how you're feeling at the moment with a project or a direction, or you're just wanting energy to happen. He is sort of bringing the message, he's bringing the energy to the situation, so it's still forming. Now, he can sometimes also be someone who charges into your life romantically. So some of you could suddenly get this bolt of interest or be sparked up and be attracted to someone, and they literally change your direction of everything that's going on. But oftentimes they don't stick around. They're almost like the detour in life. Now the next card you got was the Eight of Cups, and it's come out and put itself reversed. When this card is reversed, it's telling you to think twice about what it is you're thinking of moving away from. And that could be the detour again that's coming up. So some of you might be preparing to leave something behind that you've been passionate about. It could be a job, it might be a friendship, it might be a partnership, it could be a business. But they're just saying to you, double check everything and make sure that the reasons are right and that you haven't missed anything, because you may end up staying longer than you anticipated, or you may end up being able to make some changes within the current status quo that alter whatever this is, whether it be job, relationship, whether it be a health modality or something along those lines, but it might change to surprise you more than you had anticipated. So let's see what else, check these are up the right way, they are. Let's see what else is in store for Gemini for October 2020. Oh, that's my little dog sneezing. Oh. The Queen of Swords, that's you again with your energy here. It does feel to me as though you guys have got a lot of like fiery energy that's coming in. She's often and not agitated, but she's ready to take action. Now, when the Queen comes out and it's in your sign, it's a good energy card for you guys. It means that you are feeling as though you should as a Gemini. Intelligent, quick-witted, quick thinking, quick moving, like boom, boom, boom. Geminis never stop. They've often got more than one project on the go at a time, and they want to get things done, and you don't muck around. So there's also contemplation of communication when the Swords cards come out. They quite often want to speak to people or write things down or send emails or document something or even write a book. So this is about communication as well. Now some of you, this is like you're being hit by a bolt of lightning about moving something, doing something, going somewhere, forming something, strategizing and being the boss about it. Some of you could be moving into a position of more authority and more power that is coming your way. And this could be from moving out of this a little bit. So moving into more power within a relationship. You might have proven yourself one way. You could have proven yourself in a job or within a personal relationship and become more the dominator or more the boss or more the person with the answers. Next one out, another court card is the King of Wands. So this is another, this is a fire sign energy. He could be a partner. He could also be a business opportunity, which is quite often what he is. He's ideas and creativity and thinking and getting the power of the movement that you want into action through a creative force. He can be a new love relationship coming in, or he could be someone who's in your life already who is like an ideas person or who is giving you backup or giving you more fire into this movement around you in this month of October, because that's what he's doing. He's just creating more possible excitement or energy. Good, that one that came out, the Lovers. It's come on its side. It's almost as if it might still be in the etheric realm moving into this dimension. So the Lovers is possibly, this King of Wands is playing a role in this Lovers card. The Lovers can be about very deep, passionate relationships, of feeling very interested in someone else, forming a deep, committed relationship, sometimes with a very, very deep soulmate, sometimes a twin flame energy even. This card can also be about the need to make choices. So sometimes there is a third party involved. And it might be that you are the third party coming in, or it might be that someone you're involved with is in a third party. And the other thing this can relate to is a business that forms that is very benevolent or looked after or protected and does well. So this Queen of Swords and King of Wands may be forming a business liaison or partnership, and that's what these swords might have been up here, forming documents, getting things activated, creating some circle of partnership involved in a potential business, or even just in an agreement or like a sale and purchase of something that is very meaningful and very powerful. What next? Oh my goodness. So you guys and Taurus are just have had very similar in terms of quite intense love coming in. Now to get the Lovers and the Two of Cups is making me feel that there's this unbridled sense of passion and power that seem to be going together. Some of you literally could come across new relationships that sweep you entirely off your feet, and it could even be going back to this guy up here. And if that happens, know that it is meant to, and maybe it is the detour in your life that you didn't expect. Maybe you were already in a committed relationship and something comes along that sweeps you off your feet. Now, sometimes these could appear to be romantic relationships, but you may not take it to the full degree. But they could become unbelievably close friends or deep allies on the journey of your life. They could be same-sex relationships as well that had no intention of becoming romantic. These two cards do depict a degree of romanticism involved, so there's that possibility as well. There's also the possibility that if you are already in a committed relationship that has been going through a patch of flatness or has been discombobulated, then this is a time that it can be absolutely reinvigorated to the highest degree of deep personal connection and very close, private, intimate satisfaction between two people that are a couple. So a beautiful feeling of re-empowerment and re-togetherness that is coming through these cards, and also the possibility of a very successful potential business association as well. It depends on how it's going to form in your life. So keep your eyes open to these possibilities for sure. There's the moon, and the moon can sometimes come out when we have a little bit of a threesome going on, sometimes a hidden affair or a hidden agenda. Now remember, I said at the beginning that there might have been a bit of cunning going on in your life. It could be that there has to be something that's kept hidden for a little while. It might be that you're hiding it or that someone else is hiding it. I think eventually it will come out, and look, for some of you it could have something to do with what's going on over here as well. So for some of you, you may inadvertently come across a person that you're very attracted to, and you might already be in a committed relationship. You'll just have to see how that goes. And for others of you, the person that you meet may already be in a committed relationship. The other thing with the moon, it can be water sign energies that you deal with. It can also relate to psychic awareness or increased intuitive abilities. It can also be about hormones and needing to bring balance into our emotional perspective of life. So remember that about bringing balance in and paying heed to listening to messages that crop up through synchronistic realms or through psychic and intuitive realms. There's your King of Swords now, so you've got the Queen and the King in together. This is duplicating a little bit like the Taurus reading in many ways. I'm wondering if some of you have Taurus moon or rising signs, because if you do, then this is really, really amazing. He again, with his partner, the Queen, they amplify the energy of your Gemini sign. So they amplify all those positives, you know, that quick-witted thinking. You've got things on your mind. You've got communication you want to do. You've got places you want to be and people you want to see. This is all about go, 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 action, action. And some of it is hidden. There's no doubt about that. Let's have another look at one more of these cards for Gemini. Well, a couple came out. Interestingly enough, the Six of Cups can sometimes represent an ex-lover coming into your life, an old flame coming back in. So there's a little bit going on in here about reigniting with people or old partners coming back in. Definitely love partners and definitely trysts, you know, like 3 people involved with some of this that's going on. It doesn't have to be, of course. It is also about going back into the time when we remembered fondly childhood memories of feeling happy and of feeling as a child does. Some of you may go back in time to visit family members, to go to school reunions, go back to where you used to live as a child. There might be some reason, like visiting family, maybe for a positive event and a happy event like a wedding, school reunion and engagement, maybe for a less happy event as well that you might be journeying back in time. But this is generally, it's a delightful card to get, and it does sometimes, as I say, bring love and past loves back into the realm. It could even be that you do that through thinking or feeling or psychically, intuitively connecting with that past life or past time in your life, and you're wanting to somehow connect with it. The Five of Wands can mean that there's competition around with you, and it could be competition around love and romance. I'm definitely getting a feeling that there is love and romance going on for a lot of you, and some of you, you want to play it a little bit low and keep it under the table until you've sorted a few things out. This can also be with careers, and it can mean that if you're applying for a job or a new situation, there could be competition around you. So make sure that you present yourself as best as you can. It's not a negative card, but it makes us stand up to the plate a little bit and make sure that we are representing ourselves in the best way possible so that we will be selected over other people. I notice in here there's no green, which is the heart chakra, there's no yellow. There's a lot of blue and purpley sort of going on. So blue is communication, and that's talking or writing or sending things off that way, or documentation. And the pinky purpley colours are to do with the third eye chakra, which is intuition and thinking that through, and also messages coming through from that dynamic, and also the crown chakra as well. So let's see what else you have got coming through these oracle energy cards. We'll see how they connect the story up. This is for Gemini for October 2020. What's in store for them? What do we need them to see, understand, hear or know? How beautiful, the healer of the ages. He's been out twice this month, and we can go months and months without him ever coming out. So he is available for a form of healing at any level. He is kind of like the Christed white energy. So he comes in at many different levels and capacities for people. Whatever area you'd like a healing to take place in, then just focus on his positive white light, love, intention, and a healing will move gently through that area of your life in the etheric way, in the vibrational essence. So focus on him for the month. He may also come in at a spiritual level for you, and you may just feel awakened or gently protected one way or another. And now you've got a woman holding a coin. She could be an earth sign person coming in, although I often think of her as a fire sign energy. She also has a cat with her. She might be offering something around your financial structure, whether it's a job, whether it's how you spend your money, or how you invest it. She might be quite important in terms of, she might be like a banking person or a loans person, or even a potential new boss or employee. So the temple path and Archangel Uriel, so beautiful energies coming in through these cards in terms of cosmic and celestial energies. The healer, the energy from Uriel through the crown chakra, and this temple path, which is sort of like an awakening, a feeling of raising of your vibration, of feeling elated or enlightened or at peace spiritually. So these three here are very much connecting in the spiritual realm and bringing some sort of, it's not necessarily relief, but it's bringing some cosmic energy and it's infusing it into your life somehow. And generally when that happens, you do feel this peacefulness surging through you, or this harmony that comes in. So there's a degree of harmony that interlaces itself through various fields and areas of this movement that you're taking in October. And Uriel is also very, very good for business meetings and going to help sort out documentation or plans, or if you have any discussions that are taking place that need a protection around them or need some sort of ability to help get a message across clearly, then Uriel is a very good one to take. So nice messages coming in there from that deck. And then one last one from this chakra energy deck as well. We'll see what is this for Gemini that would be most useful for them to know, feel, see, hear and understand. Compassion. There's our green. When we said before we had none of the green coming through from the heart chakra energy, and we now get the green. I mean, which was a little bit odd in many ways, because all of the love cards that came in are, of course, our emotional sector, and that is green. But it almost felt as if we needed some opening up around the green field, as if there was maybe a block or a pain that had been there previously. So this is a beautiful one to receive, and it's compassion. It says caring, empathy, acceptance, and gentleness. And we received that feeling of gentleness as we got towards the end of the reading. You know, we started off with quite fiery and full-on energy with all the blues and the communication, and then we moved into the softer portion towards the end with the Healer of the Ages and the Uriel and the Temple Path. And then to sort of add to that soft being energy, we got this lovely compassion coming in, and the caring and the empathy and acceptance and gentleness. Now, most importantly, this is for yourself. So to feel this compassion for yourself, and to not be judging of anything in the past that you may not be happy with, or that could stop you from moving forward into the journey that you are moving into now as we head into 2021. But also there may be some messages of these words up here that you need to deploy or apply to other relationships in your life as well, and to just remember to have tolerance for situations that might have arisen that were awkward to deal with or painful to deal with, and that when we provide compassion to them, as we have felt in many ways through these cards, then we find this great peace and gentleness that comes over things, and they're much easier to heal and move on from when we deploy the compassion. So there you are, Gemini, a wonderful reading for you. Lots of exciting possibilities going on in your life, and then a beautiful way to finish off all those exciting possibilities with the warm, nurturing love of the spiritual energy around you. So thank you very, very much for joining me for the reading, and I appreciate you subbing the channel, hitting the notification button, leaving your comments, and checking your moon and rising signs. So I wish you all a very awe-filled, amazing month ahead, because certainly there's a lot that could be happening for a lot of you. Much love, everyone. Namaste.